this person doesn't want to chase you, you don't want to chase them, so then no one's really trying.
Okay, in this video, this girl's talking about a conversation she had with her friend about why the dating scene is dead in 2024, and this is right up my street. So the answer to this question is pornography. And in the past, men didn't have that luxury. They would have to chase the woman. They would give her gifts. They would give her compliments and keep asking her, you know, courting her, trying to get her to go on a date with them. But now, they don't do that because they don't have the motivation to do it. They don't need to do that because before, back in the day, they would have to go to the video store, pick out their video, look like a pervert, look disgusting, feel ashamed, and they don't have to feel that anymore. They can open up their phone and access any girl they want to. So the reason why the dating scene is dead in 2024 is pornography.
And we were just talking about how men never approach women.
Is this seriously coming as a surprise? And no, it's not for the following reasons about to be mentioned.
And I get it, it's nerve-wracking, it's uncomfortable, it could be like severe rejection, all these things,
But what?
it's frustrating when it feels like women have to do all of the work.
Oh yes, how terrible. It must be absolutely awful to have to put forth some effort into actually approaching someone that a person might be interested in. I can see why some women are complaining, because traditionally, men did all that work.
And we were sitting there observing, and there was only one girl that was really talking to a few men, and every single time she was approaching them.
Wait, I thought that's what some women wanted. It's almost like I have to keep repeating myself here. It seems that some women only want equality, only when it benefits them, but when it comes to actually getting something that they want, some women just expect it to come to them.
So what is it? Like, what do women need to do to be approachable?
Oh, that's such a good question, but I really don't think that a lot of women, at least some women, are ready to quite hear the answer to that one.
Are you approaching girls at a bar?
Me?
Who, me?
Who, me? I'm too nervous. I just wait in the corner and sip my drink and be mysterious.
I honestly find that guys aren't approaching girls at the bar anymore.
Really enough, yeah, me neither. I usually would hear like my friends like be like, "Oh my god, like, I'm gonna go up to that girl." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Not
no one really
anymore.
does.
It's like one of your friends said it to me recently. So another guy I know said it to me,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "You're all very attractive men," and they're like, "I am like terrified. I'm anxious,"
Yeah.
and then I'm like, "You don't even have to be anxious because you're so attractive. They're coming up to you. Like that's why."
Yeah. Or
Men don't approach you, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why they don't. The first reason why they don't is because you are sending the invisible energy telling them to stay back. You are sending the energy because you are afraid of getting hurt, you're afraid of getting rejected, or afraid of getting abandoned, and because of that, they're picking up on that signal and staying away. The second reason why men are most likely not approaching you is because you're highly in your masculine energy. So men who are in their masculine energy aren't going to be drawn to you. If they are a straight man, they're going to be drawn to a woman who is in her feminine energy because it's not an equal match when you're in your masculine energy. And then the last reason why men are not approaching you is because you're walking around looking like this. Man, when you walk around with an RBF face, then what that does is it turns everybody away. It makes people think you're mad. And you might think you're doing the modeling face, ma'am, but your face isn't giving what you're trying to give it. So if you want people to approach you, then you're going to have to look approachable. And one of the ways you can start is by putting a smile on your face. That tells people you're open for them to approach you. I hope that helps.
Y'all is really in y'all soft boy era. Like, really in y'all soft boy era. I'm like, bitches outside. I mean, when they say them little skirts had the ass out, both asses was out. I mean, mid-cheek up, like top of ass hidden, bottom ass out. Like, crazy. Even with the score. I'm like, I have never seen a score with ass out. But it's like, maybe they doing it for the roast. Maybe they doing it for themselves. But I'm like, the fact that you got your whole ass exposed when it's chilly, I know you feel that draft. The fact that you got your whole ass exposed and ain't now coming up to talk to you is crazy. Y'all in y'all software era. Because back in the day, been on that. I mean, phone flooding. Phone flooded. I'm like, they in they software. Like, they just supposed to look like the waiting for somebody to approach them. They like, I got my hair cut too. My hair done too. Soft boy era. Like, I'm like, that's crazy. You out here with your whole ass out freezing. And it's just minding their business. Crazy.
Isn't that wild? that you can have your whole behind out and men have learned just to leave you alone and now you're upset about it? That's a crazy statement. And you're upset for some reason that men have decided don't really want to objectify her. She says she doesn't want to be objectified. I don't want to do it. And it's still a problem for you guys. It's crazy work. Sounds like you're insecure and you need to, at some point in time, leave men alone.
Can we make going up and introducing yourself at the gym a thing again?
Hell no. Nope. Y'all made it very clear that y'all don't want to be approached in any setting, and it damn sure ain't when you hot and sweaty trying to just get through that. And I respect that. I love seeing a woman going hard, pushing herself during a set, and I'm like, you know what? I know I don't want to be bothered. If I just finished a set with 8-9 plates on each side on the leg press, 15 reps, and you come up and try to talk to me, I'm gonna be like, bro, get the fuck out of my face. Y'all gotta pick, ladies. Y'all gotta pick. Y'all either want us to be men and be hunters and all of this old school shit and come chase y'all down, or you want us to stay away because it look creepy. If you want us to stay away and that's the safest bet for y'all, and I respect that, then you gonna have to do some approaching and choosing signals yourself. Or we could all just come together and create our own little social setting for exactly this. Because we know the dating apps ain't shit. Oh, anybody you meet in the club, you not talking to them no more after that night. And ain't nobody really going to hang out in no bookstore. But we need like gym mixers or something, bro. Like organized events by the gym where all the members come together and socialize. But other than that, you ain't gonna see too much of that approaching shit no more.
One of my favorite arguments that some men have is, I'm a good man and no one appreciates me, so I'm just gonna become a passport bro. Or, I'm giving up on dating and I'm just going to pay a schmags worker instead and have zero aggravation. No, you're not. You're not a good man. You're a transactional man. You expect that if you're good or nice or jump through all of these hoops, you will get something in return. And if you are that kind of a man, then you are. Just own it. But the mark of a true good man or woman, a good person, is will you be kind? Will you be good to another when that person is not being good or kind to you? Tossing your hands in the air and having a tantrum saying you're going to take your toys and go to a different playground does not make you a good playmate. It just makes you manipulative, and it exposes you as someone who only behaves well when it's for their own gain.
One lesson about men that the universe just keeps delivering to me over and over again, sorry if there's background noise, I'm making popcorn, is to never approach a man. Now, I don't do this often. This is like once in a blue moon that I'll like say something to someone out in public or ask someone that I know, like, oh, who's your friend? And then like maybe they put us on a text or something. 100% fail rate. And I know that this is the universe just trying to deliver a message to me that I'm not getting through my hard head. Let me also caveat, I'm just sharing my experience. This is not true for everyone. Different people have different energies. This is me and my energy. Just like those tarot card readings, if this resonates with you, take it. If not, leave it. The lesson on repeat is just don't do it. Anytime I've done it, something like weird or unexplainable has happened, or even if it's like progressed a little, like maybe we've gone on a date or maybe we've hung out a little, the vibe is always off. And I think it's just this validation and confirmation. Again, for me, I like someone who is going after the things that they want in life. I like someone who's ambitious. I like someone who's reaching for the stars. Me, I'm the star. And so that type of man is the type of man who's going to approach me. That type of man is the type of man who's going to ask their friend to connect them to me. I'm almost 6 feet tall and I'll wear 4 or 5 inch heels when I go out. I'm in the same room with a man. He has probably seen me. If he's about it, he'll be about it. And I just had like a tiny situation like this play out this week, and I'm just so happy. It was literally January 1st. And I feel like the universe was just like, this is the last time we're telling you. And I anyways love being in a hang back and see what comes energy when it comes to men. So this was just like the perfect chef's kiss reminder to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Here is something that you must understand about women before you date them. Do your research and be educated on attachment styles. Not only because you'll be able to understand her as a person and be more confident in yourself, but also because you're able to predict her future behaviors and you both are able to thrive with each other. If you are not figuring out how she is, why she is that way, and her attachment style, then you're going to start a lot of problems. You're going to sabotage, especially if you forget about her attachment style. If a woman is avoidant, She will ignore you and she'll run away from you if she feels hurt or if she feels like things are getting too serious, but she still likes you. If she's anxious, she will cling on to you and also sabotage without noticing it. If she's secure, she's fine. Work with me one-on-one, it'll be in my bio.
Here's why you should never compliment a woman on her beauty when you are dating. If you do that instantly, here's what it does. It positions her dating market value far superior than yours, and she oftentimes feels as if her beauty holds weight over you, which is going to make you more of an emotional man who is pleasure driven. And as soon as she sees that you are pleasure driven, or you start to actually gravitate towards her and her beauty for the wrong reasons, she's going to pull away. Instead of giving compliments on things like looks or beauty, what you want to do is you want to compliment good behavior, which means that you are sitting back, okay, you are withholding oftentimes your interest level, and because of that, she now starts to actually work for your approval. Since she's now working for your approval, she wants to get to know you more. She's going to bring great behavior to the date every single time, and now all of a sudden she gets to slowly discover you page by page, all because you actually had the strength to withhold your interest level, let things play out, and see how she is as a human, and not just be pre-sold on her because you think she's pretty. Hey, I put together a gift for you. It's now through this summer only. Click the link in my bio to check it out.
I was talking to a psychologist on the weekend that I met at a wedding, and I straight out asked him, like, what's the number one reason marriages, relationship falls apart based on his experience. And obviously he wasn't going to share any specifics because he's a professional, but he did say that what he normally sees in heterosexual relationship, and the number one reason for their relationship falling apart, is the fact that the woman always wants the man to evolve and be an evolved person since she met him, but the man wishes the woman stayed the same, and he misses the woman he met when they first met. Isn't that interesting? Women want the man to evolve and be better. Men wishes the woman didn't change and was the same chick he met when she was, 20, 25. And that's what he sees being one of the main reasons relationships fall apart. And honestly, it blew my mind because I actually think it's so factual.
Men saying, I've just decided altogether to avoid women, that it's better to be single, guys. They're almost like happy about the fact that they're gonna make the choice to avoid the entire gender of women because they have yet to actually resolve the war they have within themselves.
Fuck that feeling, both us fighting. Could he train? Most likely. Trying to see if you could.
Why men never approach women anymore?
I think we live in a society where men are torn down for small things, and they're scared to shoot their shot, and it's sad to see. They oftentimes bog themselves down before they even get a chance, In this society, looks come first and heart comes second. It's only gonna get worse unless a change is made. Until people start making things online for men to really regain that confidence back.
What can girls do these days to make guys approach them more?
Smile more and really think about the things that you're saying to these guys to make them feel that way. Don't say things like, you're too short, because that really does things to guys' ego. It's harmful.
You ever seen a girl reject a guy and scarred him?
I sadly have. At bars and stuff, people just say ew and turn around, and you can look at the guy in the eyes and they look really sad after, and just overall it's a bad time.
I wonder how these modern women would feel if men said ew to them. I wonder how they feel when some guy that they want to approach, or some guy on the street that is they're not even trying to get into anything. How would you feel if a man said ew to you on the street? Just ew. Oh, I didn't ask for your opinion. I didn't want this. That's how you would feel. And we would hear about it on TikTok. That's what would be happening. So we already know how women are going to act when they get rejected by a guy. We already know that. But somehow when women do this to men, then all of a sudden they can't figure out why a man would want to stay away after they've just been disrespectful. Something that goes far beyond just a simple no thank you.
If you want to know why men don't approach you in real life, I'm going to share exactly why that is. If you don't know me, I'm a professional dating coach. If you need more tips on your love life, hit the follow button. The first reason that you're not getting approached is because you got RBF. Look happy, smile, enjoy where you are and what you're doing, and show it on your face. Because if you look like you have RBF, you're not going to be approachable. A guy's going to be freaked out by you. The second reason is because you're wearing headphones everywhere you go. If you got headphones on, people are going to assume that you're busy and men are not going to come up and try to talk to you. Try wearing no headphones when you go on walks, or, maybe half of the walk you don't wear headphones, or when you're at the grocery store, don't wear headphones. Wherever you can choose to not wear headphones, if you have a potential to maybe meet somebody, do that, because that's going to increase your chances of getting approached by somebody. The third reason is because you're not making eye contact with people. If men pass you by, look at them, make eye contact, and smile. Those are 2 indicators that you are friendly and open, and they will feel more comfortable coming and talking to you if they see those signals. If you look away or you ignore them every time you pass them, they're definitely not going to want to come talk to you because you don't look approachable.
I'm going to make this really, really simple for you, okay? So just listen up. Harassing women versus going up to them and having a conversation with them when they make it clear that they want to be talked to are 2 completely different things. And if you do not know the difference between those situations, then I highly, highly recommend don't approach them. I'm not sure how me walking outside and being catcalled and being said, "Hey baby, hey, you look good today. Oh, your dog's so cute. Hey, convince your mommy to let me take her out to dinner," is even in the same realm for you as just approaching a woman, having a conversation and asking her out. Once again, if you really can't tell the difference, just don't approach her. I guarantee you she will be really thankful for it.
Ladies, let me tell you the real reason why men aren't approaching you. I hear it all the time. My clients ask me, women DM me. I hear it in my personal life. Men just don't approach. I'm at the grocery store. I'm at the coffee shop. I'm sitting at the bar at a trendy, swanky hotel bar. All the places where I've been told to meet high caliber men, and they just don't approach me. Look, men don't approach you because you're not approachable. Because your energy, your demeanor is repelling men. Because trust me, men are approaching, just not you. Because men, we see you at the bar. That skin is all glistening from that shea butter, and you got the yellow sundress on, and you sprayed on that Tom Ford bitter peach, smelling all delectable, and make a brother want to bite that peach. Sorry. Look, there's only one way to fix this. If you want men to approach you, you need to smile. No, I'm not saying that you have to walk around cheesing with a Kool-Aid grin on your face, but smiling means pleasant, and pleasant means approachable. So when you do have a man that you find attractive in your vicinity, and you have a demeanor that's warm, that's inviting, that's welcoming, that's open, he will be more than obliged to come and introduce himself. Because feminine energy is all about being open. And when men see you and you have a demeanor that says, "Don't talk to me," don't be upset when men do just that.
Good morning. I have a couple questions. Maybe y'all can help me out. Here in Florida, since I just moved here about 4 months ago, men are very different. They don't court you. Whatever happened to flowers and phone calls and good morning, babe, and good night, babe, and let's go get lunch or breakfast, or hey, do you want to go look at the sunset? I don't know. But that's gone now. Men don't do that. It's you gotta be the man, and that's so unattractive when you gotta pull out your masculine energy because the dude is too soft. It's wake up, dudes. Be a man. Build something. I don't know. I'll cook. You build. I mean, on a date, take the lead. I don't understand. It's situationships all day long. It just, it's so unattractive. I don't get it. Can somebody explain it? Or is it me? I don't know. Let me know.
Oh, I'm back. I just been on vacation and on PTO, but I'm about to call y'all out. On something. Y'all remember when I made that Man versus Bear? And the girls were so upset when I said that y'all could be trapped in the woods with the bear and you got a better chance of the bear trying to holler at you, and that when you go out, men don't be trying to talk to you. You remember how all of y'all was stitching me and telling me about how y'all get dudes, and how dare I question that dudes be coming up to you and trying to holler at you and shooting they shot at you. Yet there's a video going around right now that's going viral about a pretty girl who talking about how she don't get hollered at when she go out. How dudes don't try to talk to her. And then you got multiple pretty girls stitching the video and talking about how dudes don't approach them either when they go out. But I was lying. I was lying though, right? When y'all was making all them videos, I hope y'all still got it on y'all page where y'all was making all of these responses to me and telling you about how all these dudes be beating your door down to harass you every time you go out. Yet, y'all online now complaining because dudes don't, in actuality, be bothering you when you go out. Yet you do sometimes be wanting dudes to say something to you when you be out, but they don't. Right? Y'all, that's the reason why I say the stuff I do about y'all. That's the reason why I go on PTO and I take breaks from this app. Cause y'all just be saying anything, right? You just be wanting to be mad. Because the stuff don't be a lie. The stuff be the truth that you don't want to face. When I said that the dudes don't be bothering you when you go out, I wasn't implying that y'all wasn't attractive girls. I wasn't implying it was because you was not cute. I was telling the truth. Most of y'all are not getting harassed when you go outside. You're not even getting asked for your number. And it don't got nothing to do with your looks or anything else. The dudes just ain't doing it no more. And can you really blame them? All y'all do is get online and bash men 24/7 and talk about how horrible they are, and then turn around and wonder why don't nobody want to say nothing to you when you be out. Be for real.
I just casually overheard a conversation between two nurses in the break room, and it really kind of opened my eyes to how a lot of women in society and men think and process when they're going to date somebody or if they're into somebody. Here's my thing. The conversation I heard was, yeah, you know, look at this guy. He's so hot. Like, he's 6'4". He has a six-pack. He has big arms, blah, blah, blah. I think I'm going to try to go out with him. And the chick's like, yeah, I had a guy reach out to me and, like, he looks good, but, like, he could use a little bit of work on his body, but we can move past that, I guess, because he has a lot of money and a good job. That's what y'all are looking for? Like, I'm over here. Does he have integrity? Does he respect me? Like, does he look at me more than a piece of ass? Is he cool to, like, hold it down and, like, stay faithful with no wandering eyes? Is he a good dad to his own kids? To where if he has to ever be one to mine, like, as a bonus, can he? That's my thought process. Yeah, if you got a good body, I don't give a shit. Honestly, I prefer a dad bod over anything else. I don't care. Because regardless, I will love you as long as you can hit all those things I just said. Like, why are people so materialistic and superficial? I don't comprehend it. I don't give a shit you look like if you can hold it down and respect me and know that I know that, like, what we got is what we got and it stays at home behind closed doors and you don't need to broadcast it to the world. Yeah, obviously, if I'm in love and I'm happy and shit, why would I not want to tell people? You want to know why? Because I'm protecting my peace and I want my partner to want to do the same. Howdy out here. And the fact that these people are still looking for people just based off looks or money, bitch, we can be rich in love. Like, that's how you want to be rich. Money comes and goes. Yes, money is the root of all evil and you have to have it regardless, but come the fuck on. Like, we are, I don't know, maybe I'm just old school. Like, you will get me turned the fuck on if you can respect me and treat me right. And maybe, you know, grab my neck a time or two. Okay, I love y'all. Stay faithful. Not thirsty or feral. Okay, love you. Bye.
None of that included anything about getting money. So anything that you just said, modern women are really not going to want to hear. They're going to want to know about how much can you spend on me. Man, you know what was weird? Last night, and you know, it's funny when I see this stuff in real life because they're bragging about this stuff online, but then when you actually see it in real life, then it's like, no, like this is actually crazy, right? So there was one time, and you see like these internet baddies, quote unquote, where they be dressing no clothes basically. And I was in a restaurant and she was a server and she came up to our table. She was just serving and stuff like that. Chest all out, shorts all up her behind. And I was like, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that somebody would walk out of the house looking like this and just walking around like there ain't nothing going on. It's just like a regular Tuesday. And I was like, you guys don't have, I didn't say it, was like, you guys don't have any shame? No, just doing it. And that was it. Last night, took my wife out, had a nice dinner, man. I got her something. She got me some stuff I've actually been wanting for a while now. couple things that I've been wanting for a while now, actually. So I appreciate that. But we went to the steakhouse, man. It was nice, expensive. And I saw, we always talk about women getting with, dudes that will pay for them and the Shira 7 stuff. And, I saw it in her house, and she was just sitting there. She kind of looked out of place, but I was like, oh, okay. That's what it is. I didn't say anything about it, but I was like, babe, look at that. Like, man, well, that's crazy. She's like, don't talk too loud. You know what I mean? So I had to hurry up and get out of there, man. So it's like, man, that's crazy. The fact that they try to tell men, oh, this not happening. People ain't doing this. Don't worry about it. And then you can see it in real life. Modern women acting like this is the exact reason that men are not approaching. Is the exact reason that men are staying away. They're rejecting any type of conversation or interaction with women. They're not helping women anymore for this exact reason. Because you guys, y'all keep on saying that men only want one thing. Look at you.
Why didn't he approach you when he had the opportunity? There's 4 reasons he wouldn't approach you if given, an opportunity. And the last one is nothing for you to be concerned about because you have no control over it. It just is what it is. Actually, 2 of them. Number 1 is because you don't even put yourself around him. You're 100 yards away talking about why isn't he running over? Why isn't he come over here? You're not near him. You know the first rule, girl, proximity. Number 2 is because you don't present yourself as approachable. Not only that, you go so far on the other side, you try and be unapproachable. You completely avoid eye contact. You don't even want to look at the dude. Never mind being approachable. You're doing the so far in the other direction. You're running the opposite way with all your body language, your eye contact, and everything else. You scream, I don't want to be talked to. And with all the shit he sees on social media about leave us alone, annoying, what a creep. No, he's not going to do it, especially for somebody who's not open. That's that. Number 3, he's just simply not that interested in you. You're not his bagel of choice. You're not his pajamas he's wearing in bed. You're not the green tea he would choose. He wants chamomile. And that's okay. Because not everybody's your cup of tea either, girl. So don't get this twisted. So what? Or number 4, which is something you have 0 control over. He has internal problems. He's shy. He doesn't know how to start the conversation, whatever. And that's his loss. That's all on him. That's his problem. He's got to figure it out. Darwinism. Either get out here and make it happen or don't. So that's the issue as a guy. If you don't do it, it don't get done. Okay, Pop? So that's him. Don't worry about that problem. And don't even worry about problem number 3 either, because sometimes you can't really control exactly who's attracted to you. He's not attracted to you. Number 3 and 4, you have very little control over. Number 1 and 2, you do. Proximity and giving him signs and choosing signals. Doing everything in your control that you can without putting everything on his plate. Giving him the signs. But all the other 2, you have to understand one thing. If he ain't going to approach you, that's his loss. Survival of the fittest. Either he does or he don't. Now get up out here, girl. You know what the 2 are.
All right, we're back with another give and take where we're going to respond to another lovely young woman who's asking a question that I think many, if not most single women are asking these days, which is,
so am I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men?
Nope, not at all. In fact, I'd argue you're the norm, not the exception, because men aren't approaching women. They're done with dating, done with relationships, done with you all, period, and they've walked away.
No, because I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long time.
Well, I don't know about you, but a lot of the women that I've talked to, it's been years. I think for a lot of women, it started right around the same time you all started making YouTube shorts, TikTok videos, and Instagrams, telling men to just leave you alone, that you didn't want us to approach you, you didn't want anything to do with us because, well, you don't need us anymore. We heard that and decided to give you exactly what you asked for. So I'm not really sure why you're asking, why aren't men approaching you? The answer is because you told us not to.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely has me questioning myself.
I hear you, and I'm sorry that you are. But instead of questioning yourself, The honest truth is you should be questioning your fellow women. You know, the ones who are making all those videos telling men to leave women alone. That's who you should be asking, because they are the reason why men aren't approaching you.
Like, am I not as attractive as I thought I am?
Nope, it's not that.
Am I looking old?
I don't think so, but then again, I'm old enough to be your grandfather, so I might not be the best judge of that.
Am I intimidating?
Again, no, not in the least.
Like, what is it?
I already told you. It's that you told us not to approach you. We heard that. We listened. We're doing exactly what you requested. So what's the problem?
So now I'm starting to realize that since men don't come up to me, I have to be the one to go up to them.
Look, that's a nice idea. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that would genuinely appreciate it if you would approach them. But there's also a lot of them out there that wish you wouldn't. Like I said, we're done with y'all. Men have realized there's no point in relationships with women anymore. There's no benefit to it. The risk simply outweighs the reward. So the best thing for y'all to do is leave us the hell alone. You know, kind of like you told us to leave you the hell alone.
And that makes me super nervous because it's like, how do I know I'm not going to get rejected if you didn't come up to me in the first place and then I make the decision to go up to you?
Well, to that I say, welcome to equality. Welcome to the thing that men have had to deal with for eons now. You know, where women had total control and could reject a man for any possible reason they could think of. In fact, many of them went and mocked men for approaching them, made fun of them, did everything they could to humiliate them. Hell, there's bunches of you out there right now making videos about men approaching you or first dates. All I can say is buckle up, because if you're going to start approaching men, those things are going to start happening to you. We didn't create that dynamic. You did. Isn't equality fun?
How do I know I won't face rejection?
The truth is you don't. And now you're going to have the added bonus of possibly being mocked, made fun of, or humiliated, as I just said. Because men are adopting the ways of women. We're following your example.
So can I get some tips and tricks, some advice on how to approach a man that I think is cute? Because I have no idea how to. Like, I'm scared and I feel like I can only approach men if I'm drunk, which is not often.
All right, we've had a little fun with this, but let's get a little serious and genuinely answer the question that she's asking. The honest truth is, there's only one way to do it, and that's to just do it, which is the very same advice I give to the guys. Think of it as a numbers game. You're going to get a certain number of yeses, you're going to get a certain number of nos. Hopefully the yeses will be more than the nos, but you will never know. And the only way to find out is to jump in the deep end and try and swim. And yeah, you might get rejected and humiliated. Those are the realities. The very same realities men have faced for all of eternity. It's a crapshoot. You don't know, you never will know. You simply have to decide, is the reward worth the risk? For men right now, the answer to that is no. There is no reward that justifies the risk. Hopefully it'll be a little different for you, because I actually feel sorry for women like yourself. The women who do want genuine relationships with men. The good women. Because unfortunately, you've allowed the not so good women to speak for you. To lay down the law that men should not approach you. You've allowed those women to mock and humiliate men. To threaten them with false allegations. To do all those things that have driven men away. And now you're the ones paying the price. Your beef isn't with men. Your beef is with those women. And I hope you start standing up to them. Because I truly believe there are a lot of good women out there. Ones who don't follow that paradigm. Fortunately for y'all, things have gone too far and it's going to be a long time before that pendulum swings back. So it's going to be on you to bring about the change. I wish you nothing but the best of luck and hope that you don't have any negative experiences. Because the truth of the matter is everyone deserves a good relationship. And finding one these days is hard, if not impossible.
Okay, this is a serious question for the guys. I have this conversation with my female friends, I think, like, I'm not even kidding, once a week. So I'm just curious what the real reasoning is behind it. But most of my girlfriends say that whenever they're out, they never get approached by guys, ever. And maybe like one girl in the friend group who does get approached, it's not like she's a total standout from the group. But for some reason, like a specific girl might just like get hit on a lot. I don't know. but not even in a biased way. I think that some of my friends are very, very beautiful. Like, actually, I'm not just saying that to be nice. So it makes me really curious as to why guys don't go up to them. Is it like, one, even if you see an attractive girl, like you're just hanging out with your friends, you don't really care? Two, you're just simply not attracted to her? Three, maybe you like think she's just like in a relationship, or like she's just super standoffish and like looking, or like in general you just like don't want to deal with any type of rejection? Like, is it the guy's point of view, or is it just like the girls are putting out this weird vibe, or like just guys don't find them attractive? I don't know. But most of my friends like want to meet guys in person, but then they go out and just like nothing really happens. So what is it?
Apologies, I just got out of the shower and I'm looking disheveled, but I think this is a great question, and hopefully I'll be able to elaborate on all of this from a guy's perspective. Now, number one, with the attractive thing, to be honest, and we're just gonna be straight up honest here, guys will approach anyone from a 4 to a 10. So this idea of being attractive or not, I mean, it obviously helps to be more attractive to get more attention. But I'll tell you straight up from a guy's perspective, if a girl is too conventionally attractive, meaning she looks like every other typical OnlyFans Instagram models, blonde hair, you know, fake lips, just that whole look, off the bat, I can acknowledge objectively that she's attractive, but unfortunately with that look and with that kind of attractiveness, immediately to my mind comes high maintenance, egotistical, bad attitude. All those bad traits that come with those girls come to mind. So 100%, your friend might be beautiful, but because she looks so conventionally beautiful like all these other girls out there, it's actually a negative. I would rather girls have their own style, look beautiful in their own way, as opposed to all these girls trying to look the same because they think that's beautiful. It's more important for a girl to be herself than to be someone she's not. And especially in that aspect, huge detriment for guys. Like, if you go with a whole group of girlfriends, cool. But at some point in the night or whatever, when you're hitting the dance floor, getting drinks or whatever, I'd suggest going in pairs of 2, okay? That's a strategy. Because even if a guy's a complete G, no guy is walking up to a table of 10 girls to try to talk to one girl. It's never gonna happen. Just straight up never gonna happen. This goes into what I was gonna say next is, girls, unfortunately, single girls keep girls single. Let me say that again. Single girls keep girls single. I cannot count the amount of times I've approached a girl or talked to a girl and one of the friends is giving the judgmental side eye, the pulling away. Girls, your friends are cock blocking you mad hard. There's always that hater friend that is gonna say no, this, that, and the other thing. And trust me, I'm not even saying that because you know what I mean? I've been rejected 100 times, whatever the case may be. You can legitimately tell when a girl's into it, wants to talk to you, but her one friend is just so, oh babe, come right here. No, she doesn't want to talk to you, this, that, and the other thing, even if your friend's totally into it. So girls, if you have friends like that, you have to deal with that. Single girls are gonna keep girls single. It's unfortunate, okay? Guys will wingman other guys. Girls will do everything they can do to not let their friend hook up with a guy if they're not having fun or they're not getting attention. It's just, it is what it is. You do bring up a very, very good point about the fear of rejection. And to be honest, there's not one guy since a young lad who hasn't been absolutely crushed by girls, you know, making plans on a Friday night for 8 o'clock. The girl texts you at 7:30. Oh, you know what? Like, I'm sick. You know, my aunt from New Brunswick, from halfway across the country, decided to come and visit, and there's nothing I can do. I mean, girls, unfortunately, a lot of girls have like screwed each other on the front end because of that type of girls, not to mention with the feminist nonsense, the Me Too movement. I mean, guys are getting yelled at for opening the door for girls. So, I mean, so now you're asking a guy to approach a group of 10 girls to roll the dice to probably get rejected in a catastrophe, ridiculous way. So, I mean, at that point, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Factually, the best pickup artist in the entire world go for, it's 1 to 10 ratio, meaning that they're successful or have a positive interaction with 1 out of 10 girls. And these are guys that have studied game, that make money from talking to girls. So the odds are stacked against guys. So I mean, at that particular point, I completely understand why guys are just completely checking out. Like, why wouldn't I just drink with my boys, have a good time? When the other option is, yeah, like I'm going to approach this girl and then be called all kinds of names and have my like name dragged through social media because I thought a girl was hot and now like she's just pissed at me. Whatever. I don't know what to do about that. But just a tip for you girls, and I think that this will make the biggest difference. Girls, if you see a guy you like at the club, gym, wherever, simple thing. Eye contact, smile. That's going to tell a guy, I think you're attractive, or at least that gives a guy the green light to approach you. That's all you got to do. And girls, if you can't do that, buy a dog, die alone. That's really all I have to say to you.